One small city has been changing the dynamic of world football for decades now, and I'm on my way there. Now, if you Google Rosario, you'll most likely be met with articles about drug trafficking, violence, and most famously, the city's scarily high murder rate.
Rosario violenta.
Es la guerra narco.
Rosario está bajo fuego.
The most dangerous city in Argentina. Shootings have become an everyday occurrence.
Rosario más que duplicó la tasa de encierro en 8 años.
Operations like this one are happening almost every night.
For some perspective, somebody's murdered here about once every 30 hours. All of this giving it the title of Argentina's most dangerous city. But for me, up until now, the only reference point I had of here was that it was the birthplace of Leo Messi. And it's not until you delve into the history of Rosario that you see in the footballing world, this city has been punching well above its weight for years now.
Batistuta, il tiro,
Takes them on. Two glorious goals. Di Maria.
and Heinze, and Gabriel Heinze has scored for Manchester United.
Icardi. Lamizzi, poi Cavani, Lamizzi, Magia, rete.
This is better though, and it's brilliant from Ever Banega. Absolutely outstanding shot.
Maxi, zurdazo al arco, golazo.
Enrique found Valdano, and they've got players up here. Valdano! Lionel Messi, a little boy from Rosario, Santa Fe.
Right now, there's never been more eyeballs on football in Rosario, as two of the city's golden boys, Messi and Di Maria, just scored all 3 goals in Argentina's 2022 World Cup final win. And this might sound like a coincidence, but let's explore that.
Part of South America, now known as the Argentine.
Rosario recuperó el crecimiento económico. Volvieron a...
With a population of about 1.5 million, Rosario is a relatively small city. In fact, in South America, it's the 37th largest, so pretty insignificant. With that in mind, I'm going to reel off some of the names of footballers that have called Rosario home. Ready? Leo Messi, Angel Di Maria, Javier Mascherano, Gabriel Batistuta, Mauro Icardi, Maxi Rodriguez, Gabriel Heinze, Lavezzi, Di Michelis, Banega, Lo Celso, Valdano, Correa, Musacchio, Goray, Solari. The list just goes on. And that's just the players. They've also produced some of the most influential managers the game has ever seen. Marcelo Bielsa, thought of by some as the most influential coach of the 21st century, at least in terms of football and philosophy and how the game should be played, with the likes of Diego Simeone and Pep Guardiola citing him as a source of vast inspiration.
For me, it's the best coach in the world.
Unbelievable perception, intuition. I think he has a different brain.
Mauricio Pochettino, a man that dragged an underfunded and neglected Spurs squad to a Champions League final. The 1978 World Cup winning manager Cesar Luis Menotti. Even Scaloni, the man that's just navigated Argentina to a World Cup win in Qatar, is from Pujato, which is a small town just a stone's throw away from this mecca of football and youth development. And I just kept thinking, what is it that this city is doing differently? So let's go find out. So I'm on my way to meet Nicholas Galliari, who's a football historian and author. And what I'm hoping is that he's going to be able to provide me with some information about how the area has been so prolific in producing footballing talent.
Creo que el fútbol es parte de la cultura de Rosario, de Argentina. Creería que es una de las pocas ciudades que vive el fútbol con tanta tradición, con tanta particularidad y tanta pasión por el juego. Y el fútbol acá es una gran parte, es un elemento fundamental para empezar a sentirse parte de la sociedad. Y entonces los chicos empiezan desde la más temprana edad, son hinchas, acompañan a sus padres a la cancha, a alentar al equipo. Desde muy chicos, ya a los 4 años, ingresan en la liga de acá de la ciudad, no solamente para perseguir un resultado, sino para ingresar en una dinámica competitiva, y se prolonga hasta por años, por muchísimos años, nunca deja de existir. La segunda es la gran cantidad de formadores que ha tenido la ciudad, Grifa, Bielsa, Sofen, Central, las grandes metodologías de entrenamiento que hay hoy, como continuar con ese legado. Hubo muy grandes formadores que se han encargado de formar jugadores y transmitir ese legado a las generaciones venideras. Y también una cosa que yo se le escuché decir a Martino, que fue entrenador de la selección tanto de Argentina, de Paraguay, de México, que los jugadores llegan formados porque en esta zona del país están bien comidos y entonces bien formados físicamente. Luego el talento se perfecciona lógicamente, pero la base con que llegan físicamente es una gran ayuda. Y todo esto, es decir, la competitividad temprana, los grandes formadores y la formación física se complementa con la pasión futbolística.
And it was that last element that I was starting to think was the city's true competitive advantage. An unparalleled passion for football in every man, woman and child. And nowhere, I would soon learn, is this passion for football more prevalent than in the hearts of the fans of Rosario's two biggest clubs, Newell's Old Boys and Rosario Central.
Mi primer partido fue en el año 1984, era un Newell's Boca y creo que fue empate 0-0. En Newell's ya son casi 40 años, ¿no? Hay una gran división entre los que son hinchas de Newell's y Rosario Central, principalmente. Hay hinchas de otros cuadros, pero se le dice que el hincha de otros cuadros no es rosarino, de alguna forma. Y evidentemente siempre hubo problemas en Rosario, siempre hubo dificultades económicas, muchas familias sufren por la situación económica que no pueden solventar su vida, y eso hace un impulso, a veces bastante presión de los padres para los niños, para ingresar en algún club importante, y fue el caso de Messi. Esto no queda tan lejos del estadio de Newell's, la zona sur, donde hay, digamos, poco más hinchas de Newell's Old Boys. Aquí estamos acercándonos a la calle de su casa de la infancia. Ya es un lugar de referencia de un típico barrio humilde, de clase baja. Aquí a mi izquierda está, y ese es el lugar donde todo empezó, ¿no? De esa casa a mitad de cuadra, jugando en esta acera o bien en el campo del fondo, ahí donde día a día él jugaba al fútbol. No hacía otra cosa que, aparte del colegio, jugar al fútbol con todos los vecinos del barrio. Aquí se puede ver todas las banderas de los hinchas que han dejado mensajes de cariño hacia él después del Mundial.
He used to play in that field as well. On the other side is the school of Leo.
Throughout the day, we went on to trace the early footsteps of some of Rosario's most adored. All of this provided me with a first-hand insight into the kind of difficult, adverse environment that has helped propagate so many titans of the game. But before we said goodbye, Juan wanted to show me one last thing. just after midnight and I've not long got back from the Newell's game, and I really feel like I'm starting to understand just how important football is to the people here and how they're able to unearth and nurture the talent that's available. It really feels like football is the cornerstone of the culture, like a buttress for much needed weekly escapism in a city that has very prevalent, deep societal flaws. And it feels like something young people can look towards as a route to a potential better life. I can't help but question, though, the sustainability of relying on passion alone to ensure that they continue this history of youth sporting development. This curiosity as to how this was going to continue stuck with me for quite a while. I needed to find out more, and that was when I was introduced to one man that quite possibly couldn't have been any more perfect.
Marcelo Lewandowski.
Marcelo Lewandowski.
Marcelo Lewandowski.
Marcelo Lewandowski, a First Division football commentator and a man widely regarded as one of Rosario's most prolific sports journalists throughout his media career spanning over 3 decades. Nowadays, Marcelo is a national senator of the Argentine government, helping to manage and craft the policies in charge of Rosario's footballing future.
En realidad, desde mi función, lo que trato es de acompañar que el deporte y la política de Estado para el deporte sea muy importante. Nosotros creemos que el acompañamiento de las instituciones en esta contención social es fundamental. Rosario aportó jugadores de fútbol a las 3 selecciones campeonas del mundo, 78, 86 y en esta 2022. Siempre ha sido, como denominamos nosotros, cuna de campeones. Creo que si ensanchamos la base de quienes practican el deporte, la proyección a que aparezcan los talentos más importantes es una de las alternativas. Nosotros consideramos que respecto a nuestra cultura, a la par de la escuela tiene que estar el club. Hasta se modificó una ley para que aquel club que está en dificultades económicas, en lugar de ir a la quiebra, haya un paso previo para ver si se lo puede salvar. Creo que la herramienta fundamental que tenemos es un club. Nosotros tenemos una frase que dice, un chico en un club es un chico menos en la calle.
As I reflected on my time in Rosario, it was clear to me that this was an area that's reliance on football delved deeper than that of a casual sport. The government didn't just see supporting grass-level clubs as a way to encourage sporting success, but as an opportunity to clean up the streets, to keep their children safe, and to ensure their issues with drug trafficking and gang warfare don't continue to spiral out of control. I began this journey in a bid to understand how this small city was able to produce so many footballing talents, and ended it with an overwhelming sense of its necessity to continue doing so. First of all, thank you very much for making it this far. It really does mean a lot. I'm in Córdoba at the moment, which is another city in Argentina, and my plan is to keep travelling and create mini documentaries like the one you've just watched about things that interest me as I go. I spent hours, weeks making this, so if you did like it, then please let me know by liking the video, and more importantly, if you could leave any brutally honest critical feedback in the comments, because the main thing I want to take away from this is knowing how to improve, how to create better, more engaging videos. So yeah, thank you.